The reason why I invited Guan Xiao into the program has a lot to do with her approach and her attitude towards the world. And what is also interesting about her approach, and she has a very specific point of view about the world in general, is that she finds identity as a thing that is defined based on where one is born or where one is registered. She finds it a very outdated concept.
This is a journey. When a dot starts to move, change begins.
I have different ideas about identity. We share the same identity as a human, but I believe that identity is a thing that we can change always. So you switch your identity all the time. So I think the identity is not the thing, it's not the point that I'm concerned about. I'm much more concerned about how the identity transforms from one to another.
She works with how we see the world and how people portray the world on the internet.
Of course, I'm totally addicted to internet. When I surfing on the internet, when I see the video material on the internet, I always can remember this kind of memories, this moment. So when I started to working, they just jump out. It makes me feel it's like a destiny. The video find me, not I find them.
Why are we so passionate about observing this world? How to observe this world?
When you see the images and the videos that we also see here in the new work, which is called Weather Forecast, you see that she works with a sensitivity of the image. It's not necessarily about what the image, about the context of the image, but it's really about a kind of feeling that the image transmits at the very first moment you see it. So she's bringing together images that have similar structure, similar rhythm, actually. She feels like reading the world is also based on rhythm. So she looks at the very direct and very pure sense that the image gives.
Touch.
Because the internet is super fast and you can see everything just in 1 minute. Everything in the world, they give you answer, but the people just ignore it and don't see it.
Since never have only one identity, we are spectators, the objects.
I put different images, but somehow I'm not to provide different angles to see the world. No, I'm not. I think every 3 images, they share same rules or same logic of the world. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's people or it's object or it's animal, but we share same things.
Number 1, same rules. Number 2, ways of understanding.
I think it might be an Occidental approach from our side to think that humans are always in the center of everything that happens. But in her work, she evens that relationship more out.
People different, plans different, but somehow the process of everybody, of every plant, of the animal, the feeling, how they feel this world, is exactly the same.
There are 3 parts in the videos, and each time, after each part, there's a sentence that comes and says, "Why can't we view Europe from a chair?" So she's seeing the process of change that you get from travel as a kind of process, because you're seeing and you're feeling things. And she's wondering if we would be sitting in our chair at home, which for her is China, could she also have the same impressions and could she go through the same kind of travel change?
Somehow it matches my idea that everything can transform from one to another. So you see, you've never been there, but mindly, you can do all these travels mindly. You just sit on the chair.
She's interested also in the miscommunication that happens between people and how that can create also very beautiful moments.
Dots make up existent things. then converge into events.
Everybody is talking their own language, is talking about their own vision, but somehow the conversation just go very smoothly to the end.
Things in their perfect appearances slide to the critical point of transformation with us. The mirroring stick of perceptions are interconvertible. Iceland, cut by the sea. Oasis, cut by the desert. All the same. All things with individual entity as a line cut the world into two.